Hi guys. So this is how I took AUDNZD last night, and then I actually have made a lot of, you know, I've made some cash from this, and I didn't send some market execution trades to you guys because of some specific reasons. I understand that we have new guys in the group, and then when you just start trading FX, there's this excitement you have that you always want to jump on every trade, even without discipline, right? And then you end up losing your account. So that's what I'm trying to avoid. I want to give the best possible trades I feel like you guys can get. So here's me analyzing why I took this trade. Let me go to 4 hours. Like I told you guys something, after the analysis of this trade, I would actually like do a little um uh breakdown like of how I took this trade and how you can actually like be looking out for the market and the trades I take. So look at this. Though looking at this, we all know that it is generally a downtrend. Like if you look at it, we have let me annotate so you guys will see what I'm doing. We are having, in fact, we are not having any higher highs. We started having lower highs since this point. We had this higher low. This is a lower high, lower low. Came here to retest as a double top. Can you see? Then give us another. So it has not broken the low at this point because we are still trading between the previous one and this. So then it came back up here. It retested again and gave us a lower low, which still gave us the same double bottom. At this point, it was consolidating. I didn't do anything to the pair. So it still give us another lower high. Then boom, went straight down to create a very new lower low. Then at that point, it kept on trading in between the zone. Can you see? It was trading in between this zone, giving us the same thing. Then we had a break of structure. Now I'll explain what break of structure is so you guys will understand what I mean. I explain what I meant by break of structure. So now here is something. When I say lower highs and lower lows, it's something you can actually see yourself. It is obvious. Like when you see things continuously trending down the down direction, that's a downtrend. And then for downtrend, we keep having lower highs and lower low. Let me write that down. For downtrend, we keep having lower highs. That's my connection. Just 1 second. Just one sec. Okay, we keep having lower highs, lower highs and lower lows. My bad. Lower lows, which I'll always call. Most times I won't write them for. I'll just write LH and you know LL as lower high and lower low. Then for uptrend, you keep seeing repeated higher highs and higher lows, right? So guys, this is the major thing I take when I'm trading. This is what I call structure. I don't trade anything outside all this. This is what I really trained myself to do, right? So here at this point, it broke this particular previous lower high, right? For a lower low. I'll explain to you now. Before it was trading, let me show you something so you understand better. So we're trading. Let me use my brush so you go understand better. It was trading at this zone to this zone. So until we break either of the two, bottom or top, we are trading inside that zone. So it went up here, was still trading inside the zone, like it has not broken either this or this until it gave us a retest, still inside that zone. But now we had this push up that went down to give us a new at this point the trade was confusing because it gave us a new low and it gave us a new high. So what happened? At this time, you have to be patient. you have to be patient and wait for structure build up again. I always say something, guys. I don't mind not going a whole week without trading. I really don't care, right? So at this point, if you look at this, it gave us a new low. Here, it gave us a new high. There's something I use at times when I want to uh, when I want to mark up charts. If you look at my RSI here, yeah, there's something you see. At this point, this is this low here, right? Let me move this a bit. 1 second. So at this point here, we're having, it looks like it is trending up, but my RSI here says, or my chart here, it says we're having, can you see, a break of structure. So I call this divergence. If I tell you guys there's divergence on a particular time frame on a particular pair, that means at that time, the RSI and the chart are saying two different things. That's what I meant by divergence, right? So yeah, at that point where I have the divergence, I just keep calm and then I keep looking at it. Then I go down to 1 hour time frame. This is what I do. I start looking at the pair if it will actually give me a structure build up, right? And yeah, it did. It did give me a structure build up. So, but this trade here, guys, it is a counter trend in a way which I don't really take 90% of the time. And that's why I didn't send it to the group for you guys to see. What do I mean by counter trend? We know that right now, generally, we are trading below, like downtrend. It's been trading downtrend, like here. We should only be looking for sales at this point. But here's why I took this trade. Here's why I took it personally for myself. So at this point, this was the low it created. So the low actually, like, if you look at on 1 hour now, you can, there's something I look at when I'm looking at 4 hours. I look at about, today is 27. So for my 1 hour, when I wanted to mark up the 1 hour, I looked as far back as as 19 or as 9th of February rather. Yeah, that's a lot of time. So I was still seeing my structures and yeah, I saw it. So at this point here, I had this. This was now my latest lower high, this particular point. And then from the latest lower high, it kept on trending. We're trading between this zone until boom, we saw a break of structure. When you see my BOS, I mean break of structure. It broke structure at this point. And then after every break of structure, what do we expect? A trend already. So I said, let me take this trade. I saw this and then I looked at this. There was okay, I'll tell you why I took an early entry, right? And when I'm risking a counter trend, guys, I use just 1% of my account. I don't normally I trade 2%, but at this time I use 1% of my account. So normally I saw this other block, but I was thinking, will it trade down into this other block, right? So I took the last buy candle we had here, the last sell candle rather. That was where the other block is. I'm supposed to have a trade like this, like I'll trade in between this other block, right? My connection. Okay, yeah, it's back. I'm supposed to trade between this other block, right? And then I'll have a smaller entry, a smaller stop loss, right? But here's what I did, guys. Here's what I did. I was, I didn't want to miss the trade. It's a counter trend, but I didn't want to miss it. So I took my Fibonacci and then I went back to this point. Okay, yes, this is where the trend, this is the zone I want to trade in. And then I saw that I love to use my 78.6 and 88.6, right? And in between that place, I prefer to use my 50%. That was where I drew this white line you guys are seeing. And then I set the trade, I took the trade. And then my SL was below. Can you see this was 1.50582. And my SL was on 1.0581. I leave about 1 to 2 pips for spread, so I don't get taken out by my broker. The trade activated and boom, it was going like it was going to hit my SL. But I was still confident because I saw that it has not broken structure. I went back to 30 minutes. Sometimes I can tell you guys to close a trade while it's still running because when I see structure change, I don't want to stay in that trade anymore. To an extent, we know when our trade is going to hit SL, right? It's just based on in my reverse, but structurally, I'm talking like a professional trader, talking like someone that knows what he's doing. I just had to leave it. And since I set my stop loss already, I already minus the 1% for my, for my mental trading senses. So yeah, I actually took that trade, and boom, immediately I saw this bullish candle, right? I knew that, okay, yeah, there's very good high probability that we are going to trend up. So yeah, I took the trade, and then I slept, and then I woke up. I saw that we are already in this zone. First thing I did, I closed 80% of the trade. I'm not a greedy trader, right? And that doesn't mean I'm running away. Why did I do so? There's high possibility of reversal here. We are trading a counter trend. It's probably going to go up, right? Like way lot more than my TP, but I don't care. The best place I can actually take this TP is at this zone where we have this other block. Yeah, at this zone. Yes, I left the remaining 20% running, right? I always say something, you will never go broke taking partials, right? So that's how I took the trade. And yeah, it's cool. I just thought I should come and educate you guys, right? This was supposed to be my optimal entry, but I didn't take it. I just wanted to have one trade. If it was a trade that was my like specific trading style, I was going to take another entry, even if I had a an initial impatient entry. That's what I'm going to call it. So yeah, let me delete this and explain something to you guys. Like I said, a recap, and then I'm going to end this session. Trends. Let me do something. We have uptrend. Guys, this is majorly how I trade. I bet you, and I kid you not, I don't really complicate my trading. This is uptrend. Yeah. So for uptrend, like I said, who knows what I say about uptrend? We want to keep seeing what? Higher highs and higher lows. What do I mean by that? We have this. Okay. We have this, like, we have this. And then when I have something like this, what do I need to see? I want to see my trade come to this level, right? I'll need to see a reaction here, either other block, my fair value gaps, or something. So between that zone, I will want to take my trade at any point at this zone. Then I want to see my trade come down to this point, anywhere between this, like between this zone. I always draw this blue box because it's the zone. I might give an entry, but I have a zone. So I always say you can take your entry from wherever in that zone, but I just like to give a specific entry. That was why last week, if you guys notice, all the trades we took didn't get to our zone. They were actually like reversing before our zone. Was I pained? No. Am I happy? Yes. Why? Because I know that, yes, my analysis are working out right. It didn't just get to my entry. So now, when it gets to this zone, and then I would look at my trade, I will just wait and then set my, my long position, right? Yeah. I just set this to minimum of the previous low, and then my stop loss is going to be right below this. And then guys, look at, we are risking 1 to 4. This is what I love to do every time. I will not risk my account. What's that? What happened? That was my connection. Okay, I'm coming. Let me do it again. Okay, I will not risk my account to all these kind of things. That is minimum you see me do. That's minimum you see me do ever is 1 to 2. I will never trade a 1-to-1 or a negative trading. And then boom, I wait for the market to do its thing. Probably was going, okay, I'll see a break of structure first before I actually like set this entry. You have to break a structure. And this structure break is what I have here like this. That I'll write BOS on. This is where I have my BOS, guys. BOS. All these things are not just, when you see them on my chart, I'm not joking with them. I actually mean what I'm saying. BOS, break of structure. And then I want to see this happen. It might not come down immediately. We might be seeing things like this, you know, things like this, like this. And then boom, our entry. And then we take it wherever we want to take it. And then we TP. You understand what I mean, guys? That's what the uptrend means, right? I'm taking it back to my zone, like back to the last high here. I can take it back to this too. Okay, I think I should, matter of fact, I should actually take it back to this previous high here, because why I said so is because at this point it broke the structure already, and then I saw it here. This was from here that we set that entry that we took, right? So matter of fact, we had our TP there. That's it. That's for downtrend, guys. For uptrend, rather, my bad. So now I want to explain that what downtrend is to you guys, so you guys are going to see the difference. We need to downtrend. I don't want to make this video too long, so you guys will understand what I'm talking about. Okay. So I have it here. Don't mind me, guys. Sometimes I can be lazy. I prefer to copy than to type it all over. So I just edit this. Downtrend, guys. And then for my downtrend, I want to see. Okay, let me put this here. For my downtrend, 1 second. Okay. Uptrend, I want to see what HH and HL. It's just very simple, guys. For uptrend, I want to see go higher highs and higher lows. Can you see that? Yeah, I should have HH, right? This is what I want to see for my uptrend. And then for my downtrend, guys, it's still the same thing. Lower highs and lower lows, LH and LL. That's it, guys, right? Yeah. So now, here's what we want to see on our if I can do something here, if I do something like this, okay, I don't want to have to invert this chart. Okay, so don't worry, don't let me invert this chart. I don't know why my chart doesn't want to move. Okay. So this is what we keep having for a downtrend. So let's imagine I have this, and then I had this break of structure. But you see, I will expect to see a retest at this point again. Keep breaking the structure below. So now that I saw this break of structure already, this particular one still broke structure. What do I do? First thing is I label it BOS so that even a layman can understand what I'm doing at that point, right? So I set my entry again at this point, guys. Like, okay, at this point, I look for my order block, my fair value gap, and all. Like I told you guys, I don't look for more than that, right? And then I just set my, my entry at this point, anywhere in the zone, which I might just put an entry like this, short position. You get what I mean? Anywhere in the zone. I really don't care where, but I have how I take my entries. Would get to that, guys. Anywhere in the zone. So can you see to minimum of the previous low, and that was 1 to 4.4, guys. Yeah. Uh, so can you see? I set my after I broke this structure here, I set it there, and then we take our trade, and boom, you know, start trending downwards, and then our TP or beyond. So guys, that's just that about that. I really don't do a lot more than that, and I bet you guys, if you trade structure, 80 out of 100%, you are going to actually like it's going to go your way when you trade structurally, right? So yeah, guys, I don't want to take much of your time. We still have calls that we'll take live together. Don't worry, like we'll take it live and then we'll do this. I'm really not having to me always saying I have you guys in mind. I want to make a video for you. I want you guys to understand that it's really not easy at times to do those things, but I have you guys in mind. You guys are my family, like I said, right? And the only thing I want is for us to win together. So, guys, take care of yourself. Have a wonderful day. I keep checking the market and then I send whatever I see. Yeah, bye.